Hey guys, what's going on? Angela Marie, transformation coach, founder of findyourpurposeandshine.com. How are you guys doing? It's Monday. Monday. Can you guys believe it? How was your weekend? Type it in the comments. Hello, Michelle. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Type it in the comments. How's your Monday going? Hopefully better than mine. So have you guys ever just had one of those days, or maybe one of those weeks, or maybe one of those months? Come on, you guys. I want to hear it. I want to hear from you guys tonight. You know, I was struggling going live when I realized, you know what? Authenticity is so important. Being authentic, being real, being you, being who you are, it's so very important. And this is why I always say coaches need coaches. They need coaching, they need direction. Right? So even though a lot of coaches come off that their life is great, their life is perfect, right? And you don't see the other side. Well, guess what? Today was one of those days. How many of you guys have one of those days where it's just negative? Like there's so many things going on and you feel like your brain's going to explode, right? Or you spend those days, especially if you're a woman and you're crying all the time. Good evening, Jay. It was a good weekend. So Monday. Oh yeah, I hear you on that. Hello, Sire. Hello, Ben. Welcome, you guys. So I don't really have a topic today, except for how many of you guys had just have one of those days? I actually got on here to just have a conversation with you guys to see how you guys are all doing, to see real, authentic. It's okay to show your emotions. It's okay to cry. It's okay to get angry. It's okay to be you. Hello, Tia. Welcome. I was just going to say, hey, beautiful. And you just said, hey, beautiful. I needed that. Thank you. Well, hey, beautiful back. Awesome. So I want to hear it. I'm not going to sit here and share all the details of my day. A lot of it is just like internal stuff that I have going on inside of here, and really need to work on clearing my headspace. It's funny. Have you guys had a roller coaster days where 1 minute you feel good and then the next minute, it's kind of like, you're doing okay. And then the next minute you're just like down here. How many of you feel that way? Or how many of you felt that way? Maybe your Monday was like that. Hello, Laura. Welcome. So I want to hear you guys. I want to hear your comments. How was your day? Like, seriously, how was your day? Because mine, I can't wait to go to bed. And when you guys feel like that sometimes, you just want to go to bed. You want to wake up and it's a brand new day. It's where I'm at. Facts. It's okay to be you, to be real, to be authentic. And sometimes it actually is therapeutic. Here's what I know. When you have bad days, right? And you feel like maybe your world is crashing down, your life is crashing down, it's really not. It's really not. It's actually all coming together. And unfortunately, we do have those days, but fortunately, we can come back to center. We can. Might not be the same day. Maybe you just need that day to just, in the next day, you might feel better. What do you say, Tia? Today has been, looks like a meh face. I've had a consistent migraine due to stress, trying to figure out how everything is going to play out with school and financially, but I'm going to sleep to try and start a schedule with kids and for myself tomorrow. See? We all have them. Oh boy, you just keep going, Tia. She says, I just know there will be an answer if I stop lingering and allow the world, but mostly God to show me what I'm supposed to do and how I'm going to make this all work. Here's what I know, Tia. is that it will work out. Everything always works out. It does. And it might not feel like it in the moment. Right? We all go through it. I'm speaking to myself included, right? So even though we're stressed out, we're burnt out, we're full of anxiety, we're full of stress, we have all of these things going through our heads, especially women that, you guys, we all have like 30 thoughts in our brain going on at one time. And when someone asks you, what are you thinking about? You're like, oh my God, what do I start with? So I felt like today. True story. Know that it's all going to work out. Because why? Because God has our backs. However, it also starts in here, right? In our headspace and our mindset and where we're at. And sometimes it can spin out of control. But here's what I would encourage you guys to do. And again, I'm speaking to myself when I say this, is that we can't beat ourselves up. And I know that we are our own worst critic and we think that the world is going to come crashing down. But in reality, everything is coming together. And we have to remember that. Like, it was one of those like days today where I was like, oh my God, I just want to pull my hair out. It's all right. Thank you, Tia, for sharing and being vulnerable, man. Well, not being, but just being authentic, being real, being you. We're allowed to have those days. We are allowed, but as long as we don't stay there. So if you guys have ever heard me say, like, don't camp out there. Emotional roller coaster. That's what comes into my head. I want to go on a real roller coaster. How many of you guys want to go on a real one? Not the emotional one that goes up and down and all over the place. But we've got to be mindful of it and recognize it. And I believe that the first step to anything is recognizing where we're at, why we feel the way that we feel, and really getting in tune with how we're feeling and what our emotions are. Because if we can get in tune with that, then we know how to fix it. Or at least most of us should know how to fix it. We don't want to camp out for days and weeks and months on end, because it can hold us back. And it can start to push away those things that, like, how do I say this? So for example, what do you want to attract in your life? Do you want to attract good, positive? Do you want to attract more, money into your life? Do you want to attract positive relationships into your life? Like, our mindset and the way that we think, right? And the words that we speak, we put those out into the universe, and then they come back to us tenfold or 100-fold. So when you get to a place where you're emotional, or, you're not feeling quite right? Everything's going wrong. Or, one of the things that I really encourage you guys to do, for those of you who have bad days, is self-care. It's so important. And if you don't take the time away from everyone and everything and take some time for yourself, you will spin out of control, and you'll continue to spin out of control again and again. So what do you do? I want to know, everybody who's watching today, what do you do to get yourself back to center? I know that there is a delay, but we've got to work on that. I myself have to work on that. Like, I should put work in progress over my forehead. It's crazy. So anyway, I told you guys that I would come on live tonight. I told you that we were going to go live every day. It's been every day, Monday through Friday. I did take the weekend and take a step back. Today, I was really struggling to get on live. So for those of you who struggle to get on live, Go live on your Facebook pages. If you guys have a business and you're entrepreneurs, make sure that you are going live regardless of how you feel, even if you're kicking and screaming and you just don't want to do it because you had a bad day. But the reality is that people do need to see the other side of you. Because why? Because it's real, it's authentic, and it shows that we're human. What did you say, Jay? Back to center or self-care would be an hour-long massage every 3 weeks. Yeah. Uh-huh. I agree with you. That's one big thing that brings me back to center. And that actually works for like a couple of weeks, to be honest. You go for a massage for an hour, hour and a half, and then usually you're good for like 3 weeks. All of a sudden, like the stress is like it's almost like it's lifted out of you. I love massages. I'm with you there 100%. But sometimes we can't always do that. Sometimes it's taking a walk. Sometimes it's just taking a step away and needing to go. Maybe it's watching a movie. Maybe it's listening to music. Maybe it's reading a book. Maybe it's just taking a step back away from people to get yourself into a place where you can focus and you can really understand what's really the root, really the root issue is. Because the bottom line is and the reality is that there's always a root issue to our stress and to our frustration. And it's not always what's going on in the now. It's everything that has built up to this point. And it's something that we've gone through a long time ago. And we bring it into what's going on right now. Right? Or maybe a past experience that we've had, and then whatever is going on reminds you of that past experience, and it brings all of these old feelings back up and all these old memories back up, and then we explode, whether we explode in anger, whether we explode and we start to cry and we get emotional about it. Whatever it is never in the now. It's always everything that happened before, and there's certain things that you go through, and it reminds you of what's going on right now. So how do you deal with that? I mean, and all of this can be done through gratitude, through meditation, through prayer, through affirmations, absolutely. But those are the things that you got to do in private, right? And really focus and coming into center on yourself. Jay, what did you say? Yep, that's why I have a reoccurring appointment every 3 weeks. I try to start every day with a walk, weather permitting. Congratulations. That's awesome. That's good. That's awesome. By the way, how's your training going? Your 21-day boot camp. I want to know how it's going. Actually, tomorrow I'm going to be posting something. If you guys want to know more information on the 21-day millionaire boot camp, go ahead and private message me. It's amazing. And I actually can't wait to get to a point where, the last couple of weeks, actually last couple of days, I'm just going to narrow it down. It's been the last couple of days. Plus we had the weekend in there. I've gotten off track and off kilter. Today I started focusing on it and it was going really, really well. I really love it. Few things that I actually have to wrap up from today's assignments into tomorrow. And then I'm full on focused. So, oh, that's so awesome. Congratulations. Staying consistent. Day 7 yet tonight. Don't you love it? It's so inspiring, and not even just inspiring, but it makes you go to work on those things to keep building yourself. And even if you have a business, to help build your business on the marketing aspect of it. And I actually started that today. So how many of you are entrepreneurs? You're in direct sales, network marketing. You own your own small business. Whatever it is, how many of you have a business of your own? Because if you do, or maybe you just have to get your mindset right on a consistent basis. Or maybe like today, it has to do with your relationship with money. So many of us repel money instead of attract money to us. We repel it, meaning we push it away from us because of the way we think, because of the way we feel about money, because of what we were taught when we were younger and our past experiences. Right? And we have to get rid of that. But that's a whole other thing. And actually, I'm going to go live on that tomorrow because it's one of my assignments, and I would like to know how you guys feel, and I want you guys to get a better understanding of what it is and what it's meant to be, instead of that negative of what it actually isn't. So anyway, hello, Carol, welcome. So with that being said, you guys, I am going to hop off of here. It's about 16 minutes, 43 seconds. I'm going to go to bed, and I am determined to wake up in a better mood tomorrow and have an amazing day tomorrow versus the up and down and emotional roller coaster, which is okay because we all been there and we all will continue to go there. Life isn't perfect. It's all in how we respond instead of react. And well, I didn't do a good job responding today. It was a lot of reacting, right? And we react on emotion. We react on feelings. And sometimes it's to remind us where we're at and what we need to do to work on ourselves and what we need to do to grow. So it's not always a bad thing. I think that if you don't recognize it, that's a bad thing. And if you deny it, that's a bad thing. But when you recognize it and you really accept it for what it is, and then you choose to work on it, that's a good thing. And that's a sign of growth. So really be in tune with your emotions and where you're at and recognize it for what it is, and then do whatever it takes to work on it. Okay? But don't beat yourself up. It's not worth it. It really isn't worth it because, again, you're just going to continue to attract more negativity, and you'll continue to go down that same, going again and again and again, that same circle. So that being said, you guys, I will talk to you guys really soon. Thank you all for joining. And if you are watching the replay, make sure that you put your comments in there as well and type replay. Okay. So I will talk to you guys very soon. Don't forget our Wednesday morning show at 8:45 Eastern. We will be streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. So have a great day, you guys. God bless. Love you all. Bye.